The door opened again and Shavendra returned, not alone, but with a whole bunch of black-robed men, women and hermaphrodites, 10 of them in total, and they all looked and behaved highly drugged. They giggled, swayed like they were drunk, and some of them had their robes barely wrapped around their bodies. "I hope you don't mind a little orgy," Shavendra said with an evil grin. Jove felt his feet grow cold. He looked at Vanna, relieved to see shock in her face too. "Shavendra, what are you doing?" she asked. "You'll see in a moment. Retreat with Jove over there. Watch, but don't intervene. I don't want you to spoil this." Jove got up and took Vanna's hand, more than glad that he was allowed to retreat. He pulled her with him to the 3rd sofa arrangement in the back of the room that lay farthest away from the entrance. Shavendra bade his followers to settle down on the sofas closest to the door. Due to the darkness in the black room, Jove could barely see the entrance anymore. "Come, my darlings, lie down. Do whatever you feel like doing. Don't be shy. But don't touch me. I need to focus," Shavendra instructed them. They did as he said. Giggling, they sank into each other's arms. Some of them started kissing and fumbling. White and brown skin appeared from beneath the black robes. Shavendra sat down among them, and to Jove's astonishment, they indeed kept their fumbling fingers away from him. Shavendra touched his communication bracelet and whispered something into it. Then he leaned back and waited. Soon the door opened, and 2 guards showed in a completely deranged and raging high priest of the good faith, Xiang. Blood, excrement and vomit covered his formerly sand-colored robe. His face had frozen into a mask of rage, pain and madness. More blood and vomit stained his disheveled white hair. The 2 Mukol guards held him left and right under his arms. "You monster! You abominable monster! Curse you, Shavendra! Curse you! He's dead and you killed him!" Jove couldn't help it. His jaw dropped. Vanna drew in her breath sharply, then held her hand in front of her nose. Jove could smell it too. The stench reached them even in the back of the hall. "No, Xiang, you killed him, not me," Shavendra said. "What?" Xiang only screeched. The followers Shavendra had brought ignored Xiang for the moment and continued caressing each other. "You killed him the moment you raped him the first time. I relieved him from his misery. His soul is grateful for what I have done." "You fucking monster!" "You are the monster, Xiang. Rape is worse than death. Rape kills the soul, not the body." "He died a horrible death and—" Xiang couldn't speak anymore, he sobbed. "And you killed him," Shavendra said, ice cold. One of the winding bodies on the sofa turned her attention to Xiang. "Why is this man crying, Shavendra?" she asked, so innocent, so pure. "Because he killed someone." "That's terrible. What happened?" "He raped a young chaplain, locked him away in a dungeon, and came to me for the pills you are taking." Shavendra caressed the hair of the woman. She was Chinese, young and very beautiful. Even from where he sat, Jove could see her innocent face turning into absolute horror. Jove sat there unmoving and stared speechlessly. That was what Xiang had gone to the flock of Mukol for? That? "He wanted to give the victim our pills?" the woman asked. "Yes, my love." The woman turned to the sobbing Xiang. "You horrible creature! You don't take the drug to enslave. You take it to reach the perfection of love." Meanwhile, all the drug followers had stopped with their kissing and fondling. They all sat and lay there and stared with purified and genuine horror at Xiang. It became very quiet in the room. So quiet that Xiang looked up from his sobbing. He stared into the innocent and pure young faces who looked at him as if he was the devil. People not on the drug couldn't look like that. Not that harmless, innocent and pure. Jove's gaze wandered from the drug people to Shavendra. His mouth stood slightly open, his eyes sparkled. He enjoyed that moment in all its intensity, and Jove understood as well. The faces of Shavendra's followers were more naked and honest than newborn babies. They punished Xiang with their innocence. These faces would haunt Xiang to the end of his days, maybe even driving him into madness or suicide, or both. Don't look at me like that," Xiang cried. Shavendra smiled like someone after an orgasm. "Please, don't look at me like that. Don't," Xiang begged. Silence. The 10 people on the drug stared at him mercilessly. I loved him. I did. Your soul is forever lost. the Chinese woman said, turned her head away from him, and kissed the hermaphrodite next to her. One by one, the drugged angels turned away from the lost soul to their partners. Xiang half gasped, half cried. "Throw him out of the building," Shavendra said to the guards. They bowed to him and dragged the gasping and by now screaming Xiang with them. The door fell shut, his screams waned. Shavendra sighed comfortably and caressed the Chinese woman's shoulder. "That was wonderful, thank you," he said. He got up and stepped over in between his drugged angels and approached Vanna and Jove in the back of the room. Jove managed to close his mouth. Vanna wiped her face. "Tell me, Jove, are there many people like Xiang in the Good Faith Church?" Shavendra asked. "I hope not." Thank you.
切ります。